So in this video, we're going to talk about time management. So we're going to talk about a few different words and phrases related to time management, because these days I've been seeing every single person listening to a lot of podcasts and even some YouTube videos about productivity. I've seen people take workshops also related to productivity, and you might come across these terms and phrases when you're listening to these kind of podcasts. So I thought I'll help you guys out with these phrases and words. All right. So the first one is to prioritize. To prioritize means to treat something as very important or as the most important thing. So if I'm prioritizing a thing, then that means I want to keep that as one of the most important things to do that day. In fact, there is a very popular tip that people give when they're talking about productivity, that is to keep just 3 tasks and to prioritize just 3 tasks a day when you're creating or when you're doing your to-do list, when you're writing down your to-do list. And that way you'll feel more accomplished and you'll be able to complete and focus on these just 3 things. Now, the second one is to anticipate. To anticipate means to predict or expect something. So when you're anticipating something, that means you're gonna expect something to happen even before it happens. And it's a really good skill to have when you're running, say, a business, or when you're in every single field. In fact, to anticipate what might happen and being able to anticipate the right thing is always a great skill to have. The next word is to schedule. This is one word that I've noticed that it has got the capacity or capability to easily impress someone, because the moment I say schedule, I don't know why, but the other person tends to be really impressed for some reason. But it's nothing fancy. It's just a plan that you have to carry out a process. All right. So it's just a normal timetable that you have, basically, where you'll have everything written down for the week or for the month or even for a year for that matter. And that is schedule. So if I say something like, I'm really sorry, I won't be coming for the meeting because my schedule is full, then that means I don't have any free time this weekend or this week, so I won't be able to make it to the meeting. Then comes to jot. To jot means to quickly note down something. So when you're quickly noting down something, that is when you say to jot. So say if you're talking to someone and they happen to say some contact number, then you can say 1 minute, I'll just jot down this quickly, and then you can note it down. So that is to jot. The fifth one is to delegate. This is a very important process, especially when you're running a company. Now, delegation is something that is inevitable when you're running a company, because delegation is entrusting a person to do something, or entrusting a person a particular task or some sort of a responsibility. So in case if I'm running a startup and then I'm doing everything on my own, I'm managing the logistic team, I'm doing the production, I'm doing the packaging, every single thing I'm doing on my own. But after a point of time, it's not even practical to do everything on your own, right? Especially when you're running a startup. So that is when I will decide to delegate. Now, when I'm delegating, I will appoint a few managers, like say logistic managers or content managers and all that, and then I will entrust my task to them. So that is delegation, the process of delegation, and the process is to delegate. Then comes to stick onto something. When you're sticking onto something, you are going to do, like if you have decided to do something and then you stick onto doing that, then that means you are going to do that after taking that decision. So you will continuously stick onto that decision, and then you will do that, what you have promised to do. That is to stick onto something. All right, to stick onto something. The next one is to be inundated. When you say someone is inundated with work, then that means they're flooded with work. Now, there is also another meaning to the word inundated, that is literally flood. Okay, so a flood is also another meaning of inundated, but when you're flooded with work, that is another place where you can use this particular word. So to be inundated means to be flooded or overwhelmed with a lot of work. An example sentence can be, as I'm a student who is also working, I'm always inundated with work. All right, that is inundated. Then comes to set something aside or to set aside. When you set something aside, like say you're keeping aside time or money for a particular purpose. So that is when you say I've set aside some money to buy a car, or I've set aside some time to spend with my family. That means I'm keeping aside time or money in order to do something for a purpose. Then comes the last one, that is to accomplish something. Accomplishment is what is the most important. It is one of the most important factors when whatever you're doing, whenever you're trying to manage your time. Why are you even doing that? It is to feel accomplished, right? That is why you have a plan. That is why you're trying out stuff. That is why you're working hard. So to accomplish something means to finally successfully complete something. That is when you say I have accomplished that particular task. So that was it for this video. I really hope this video was helpful, and in case if you want to know more about the courses that we provide at English House, including our IELTS coaching and our English communicative courses, you can click on the link below. Thank you so much for watching.
English House. English at your fingertips.